Welcome to a very green edition of the Car and Bike Show. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Partnkar. I say green because we've just had a huge celebration of the World EV Day in the week gone by. And why not? Because that is really something that's capturing the imagination of the entire automobile industry worldwide. So today we'll start by talking about a lot of EVs that were showcased by the world's best at the Munich Motor Show.
The International Motor Show, or IAA Germany, is the first major trade show to throw open its gates to the public since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. While the 2020 edition was cancelled, the IAA makes a resurging comeback with a new home in Munich. This year saw a hybrid motor show with an on-ground and virtual presence, dominated by electric cars. While the German brands shone with what they had to offer, other European car makers weren't too far behind. And now, it's time to look at the best debuts at the 2021 IAA Mobility Show, many of which will indeed come to India in the near future. At number 1, the Mercedes-Benz EQG. Mercedes-Benz unveiled the EQG concept, bringing the electrified version of the G-Wagon. The model retains the iconic appearance, but there's plenty new. Illuminated grille, two-tone paint finish, illuminated protective strips, and a tailgate-mounted square storage box. The concept EQG continues to be based on a ladder-on frame construction and will use 4 electric motors. The EQG will enter production at a later stage. At number 2, the Audi Grand Sphere concept. Audi unveiled the Grand Sphere concept that previews a new flagship sedan in the future. The German auto giant describes it as a private jet for the road. The concept is long, low, and sleek. The new concept is also a platform for Audi's vision for autonomous operation and promises a range of 750 kilometers with its 2 electric motors producing 710 brake horsepower and 960 Nm of peak torque. A production version could arrive by 2025 or 2026. At number 3, the BMW iVision circular concept. The new BMW concept showcases what the automaker's future models might be like in 2040. The compact hatchback concept is just a tad bit larger than the current BMW i3. The circular in the name refers to the circle of life for the components, which will be 100% recyclable, including the battery. BMW says some of the concept's attributes may appear as early as 2025 in the next iteration of the automaker's new class of electric vehicles. At number 4, the Renault Magna eTec. The new Magna eTec arrived at the IAA, and it is the first model in the Renault range to benefit from the Alliance's CMF EV platform. The model gets an extended wheelbase and short overhangs for an aggressive design. The battery is one of the thinnest yet at just 110mm, which allows for more cabin space and a lower center of gravity. The Magna eTec promises a range of 470 km on a single charge and will be primarily for developed markets. At number 5, the Mercedes-Benz EQE. The new EQE luxury sedan is the electric equivalent of the E-Class. It looks sporty, and it is the second sedan to be based on the EV A2 platform after the EQS. It also gets the hyperscreen from the EQS. The Mercedes-Benz EQE gets 2 electric motors that produce 288 brake horsepower and 530 Nm of peak torque. The brand also showcased the AMG EQE 53 with 741 brake horsepower to offer. The new EQE range will go on sale globally by mid-2022 and the model is likely to make its way to India soon after. At number 6, Volkswagen ID Life crossover. The new Volkswagen electric crossover brings a more compact model to the ID series. It looks dramatically different from the ID3 and ID4 and is about the same size as the Hyundai Venue. The ID Life will make it to production by 2025 and the model will be Volkswagen's truly affordable electric car priced around 20,000 euros or about 20 lakh rupees. At number 7, the Dacia Jogger. One of the few cars at the IAA this year that's not electric. The Dacia Jogger is the brand's all-new MPV. The Renault subsidiary says the new offering gets the looks of an SUV and the practicality of an MPV. It shares its underpinnings with the second-generation Duster sold in Europe. The 7-seater offering will draw power from the 1-litre turbocharged petrol engine while mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox. Sadly, Renault India has no plans to bring the Jogger to our market yet. At number 8, the Mercedes Maybach EQS. The iconic Maybach brand has been electrified at the IAA this year with the new Mercedes Maybach EQS SUV concept. The concept gets Maybach's signature two-tone paint scheme, a bespoke cabin with individual first-class rear seats, and the massive aerodynamically optimized 24-inch wheels. The upcoming Maybach EQS is expected to borrow the powertrain from the EQS and will enter production in 2023. At number 9, the Porsche Mission R. Porsche unveiled its Mission R racer concept for its motorsport customers. The automaker says the Mission R is good for 1073 brake horsepower in qualifying mode. The zero-emissions race car can sprint from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 2.5 seconds. It is comparable to the existing 911 GT3 Cup. Porsche says the Mission R is a functioning prototype but not slated for production. It might, however, be available for its customer racing program and even a one-make championship in the future. At number 10, the Smart Concept number 1. Daimler Group and China's Geely own the Smart brand that's popular for its urban runabout city cars. And the company has now showcased the Smart Concept number 1 crossover at the IAA. The new model will be built in China and will be the brand's largest vehicle. The Smart Concept number 1 promises the highest level of dynamic handling on the future model, as Daimler and Geely aim to resurrect the brand towards greener pastures. That's our top picks from the IAA this year. What do you think about it? Do let us know.
Tata Motors is leading the way, at least when it comes to electrification. The Nexon EV commands a massive share in the electric passenger car space in the country. And now, to give the subcompact SUV some company, another electric car has been introduced in the subcompact space. Meet the Tigor EV. This is the most affordable electric car you can buy in India today. The Tigor EV in its new avatar offers much more. It's got a longer range, it's got a lot of connectivity options, and it comes with a warranty that is not going to get over in a hurry. The car gets similar styling elements to the Tigor facelift that was launched earlier this year. But you just cannot miss the EV badge on the more futuristic looking grille with a blue slat. projector headlights, new horizontal fog lamps with integrated LED DRLs, new alloy wheels and revised tail lamps also find a place here. There's some more blue on the 14-inch wheels as well to make the EV look different from its petrol sibling. In all, there are 3 variants on offer, but only the top of the line XZ Plus you see here gets a dual tone option. Apart from this signature teal blue, the car also gets a Daytona grey option. In the cabin, once again you notice a lot of blue accents. You see them on the AC vents and the seats, which get the tri-arrow pattern. The 7-inch touchscreen system is nicely integrated into the dash. It's not too high, it's not too low, just ideal according to me. It also responds nicely, has nice graphics. It's compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You get more than 30 connected features on this car, including remote cooling, intrusion alert, and yes, charging status. Overall, the front row gives quite a premium appeal with a modern looking instrument cluster, which gives information on range, regeneration and eco mode amongst others. The drive selector is very ergonomically placed and is good to hold too. While you get automatic climate control on all the variants, the mid-XM trim gets the 4-speaker Harman infotainment system, interior lighting with theatre dimming and all 4 power windows. The most expensive XZ Plus gets the 7-inch touchscreen with connected car tech, cooled glove box, push button start and foldable rear armrest. The second row is decent on space, but there are no AC vents here. The spare wheel has been placed vertically in the boot to give you a space of 316 litres. This can go up to 375 litres if the wheel is removed, as the company is providing a puncture repair kit with the car. Like any electric car, you have to get used to the silent start on the Tigor EV, and it stays that way as long as you are on the road. The new electric subcompact sedan gets a rather small 26 kWh lithium-ion battery with a new permanent magnet synchronous electric motor, which makes 73 bhp and 170 Nm of peak torque. Now, no other car can give you that feel at this price point. Press the throttle and all the numbers are available at your disposal. That enables this car to reach the speed of 60 km per hour from stationary in less than 6 seconds. When the light turns green, this car will accelerate much faster than most cars around you. Of course, for that fast pickup, you'll need to switch to the sport mode, which will ensure a slightly lesser range. The EV has adopted the brand's Ziptron powertrain, also seen on the Nexon EV. Its lithium-ion battery gets IP67 certification, which means you don't really have to worry about water and dust causing harm to it. Our drive in the rain was trouble-free in that sense. It will only give you more confidence that Tata is giving you a warranty of 8 years and 1,60,000 kilometers on both the battery and the motor. The big talking point on the Tigor EV is its claimed range. According to ARAE certification, it is 306 kilometers. Of course, in real world, it will be lesser. When we started this drive today, it was showing 206 kilometers on the instrument cluster on full charge. We've driven around 30 kilometers since then. It's been raining very hard. So a lot of time has been actually just spent waiting for the rain to stop and the car being on idle with some systems in the car working. And now after 30 kilometers, it's showing a range of 160 kilometers. Now that's a significant improvement from the earlier Tigor EV. It also really depends on how light your foot is on the accelerator and how much brakes do you use. The sportback shape of the Tigor has always not just made it look different from other cars in the segment, but has also given the car an edge when it comes to dynamics. So changing lanes at high speeds will not really unsettle the occupants. Ride is also as plush as you would expect from a subcompact sedan. The steering though can give you a little more feedback than what is the case currently. Hill ascent and descent features help in a trouble-free drive. Once again, Tata has scored big when it comes to safety on the Tigor EV. The car has been given a 4-star crash test rating by Global NCAP, both for adult as well as child occupant protection. That's even better than the car's petrol counterpart. As an Indian, you just feel so proud when you see a Desi manufacturer achieve something like that. In fact, if the car came with ISOFIX mounts as standard, the rating would have gone up even more. The middle seat here gets a lap belt, which isn't ideal too. The car gets dual airbags and ABS with EBD as standard. As a Tata electric car owner, you could get used to the company's Easy Power app. It makes the task of finding the nearest available charging station simpler. It also lets you initiate the charge and make payments. Using a fast charger, the car can be tanked to 80% in less than 1 hour. It takes 8.5 hours to achieve the same by using a home charger. Tata says the car is compatible with globally acceptable CCS2 charging protocol and can be fast charged as well as slow charged from any 15 ampere plug point. The Tigor EV has been priced starting at 11,99,000 rupees, which goes up to 13,14,000 rupees for the XZ Plus dual tone, all prices ex-showroom. Now that is almost the double of the petrol variants, which only come with a manual gearbox. But unlike most other cars, don't be surprised if the on-road price actually comes down depending on where you live, owing to subsidies being provided by various state governments on purchase of electric vehicles. The Tigor EV is now a much improved car with its longer range, better warranty and all the tech it offers. In times of rising fuel prices, cars like these make a lot of sense due to their low running cost. Depending on how much you drive, you can break even in a couple of years. And of course, you're playing your part in burning lesser fossil fuels and keeping our planet greener for much longer.
We started with a bunch of EVs, we ended with the latest EV to drive in. Please react to that and everything that you've seen on today's show. You know how you can reach me on Twitter at Sid Partankar. Please tell us your thoughts on electric vehicles and this big revolution that's happening as well. And please wear your seatbelts. Bye-bye.